Hey, what's going on, guys? It's David here from Genzio. We're in Dubai for Token2025. I am here with Mo of Pryzm. Mo, how are you doing?
Doing good, thank you. This is Mo from Pryzm, aka Refracted Labs.
Nice, man, nice. How's the trip been?
Actually living in Dubai.
Okay.
Yeah, so it's not a trip for me.
Yeah,
Yeah, I have been living here for almost 3 years.
a lovely place to live.
Yeah,
I'm
it's great.
contemplating moving here myself.
Yeah, I will help you.
Okay, all right, I will take you up on that. I
Definitely.
will, for
Yeah.
sure, for sure. Token2049 in whole, how has it been this year for you?
It's great. For me as a person who's living in Dubai, I had side events with
Yeah.
people. I didn't go to the main event because I know most of the people. So for me, it was just like going to the side events, going to meet people one-on-one.
Yeah.
That's it. Yeah.
Okay, lovely, man, lovely. Let's introduce the project.
Sure. Yeah, Pryzm is like a layer one blockchain dedicated to yield trading. The concept is coming from a traditional finance. It's a great market in traditional finance. We borrow the concept from traditional finance. We build the concept from scratch as a layer one blockchain dedicated for yield trading. It was supposed to be a smart contract, but we changed the architecture to become a layer one blockchain. And now it's just like we are using IBC to onboard assets and other bridges to onboard assets. That's what we do. In principle, what we do is just like you bring your asset, your yield bearing asset, you give it to us. We divide it to two assets, Y asset and P assets, and then you can go trade those assets. Y assets is just like supposed to capture the yield, and P asset is supposed to capture the price, capture the governance voting rights, and yeah, that's basically it.
Okay, lovely, man, lovely. Now, where did the inspiration come from for this?
The inspiration, as I said, is coming from interest rate market in traditional finance, which
Yeah.
is like a huge market.
Yeah,
And
absolutely.
yeah, and then from that way, we built the V1 as a smart contract version, and then we moved to after V1, we realized okay, there are some limitation around being on a smart contract. We realized the architecture of a layer one blockchain is just much more flexible in terms of like onboarding assets, in terms of implementing a trading platform. That's why it's just like we moved to layer one blockchain.
Okay, lovely, man,
Yeah.
lovely. Now, what separates you guys from other layer one blockchain?
We as Pryzm, we believe like we are an app chain. In the world of app chain, it means that you are you are master of your own destiny, meaning that you are flexible to do whatever you want in technological level and also in the business level. So you're not dependent on other blockchains. So you can control the gas, you can control whatever user wants from a very basic layer of the chain to the application layer of the chain. So what differentiated us from others is just like a easy onboarding of assets, the flexibility of implementing very complicated mathematical operations on the core of the blockchain. And yeah, these are the two major differentiation points.
Okay, lovely, lovely. Now, in this journey, I'm sure you have faced many roadblocks and
Yeah, definitely.
trials, tribulations, of course.
Yeah.
Can you mention a few of those? And how have you overcame those?
The problem from moving from a smart contract layer to become a layer one blockchain was that those are two different words. In the smart contract layer, so you have to, if you want to develop a complicated function, you have to develop some part of it as a off-chain entity, which is completely centralized. You can manage it centralized. Most of people doing it centralized, although that there are other decentralized approach for it. But in essence, it's centralized. So to solve this centralized problem, to make it decentralized, that was just like one of the most problematic and difficult problem that we solved. For us, through that we learned a lot, And yeah, now we can say like Pryzm from every point in the architecture, it's decentralized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I mean, decentralization is so important,
Yeah,
right? I mean,
it is.
And I love explaining it to people that have zero knowledge about it because it is something that is not that difficult to explain, but what people are doing with it is where it gets a little bit more intricate, where it becomes a little bit more difficult to explain. But I mean, truly, truly amazing. Now, with you guys and what you're doing and all this, we touched on, difficulties. What have been some of your, highlights? All other than, obviously building something.
Yeah. It's just like it's been a tough journey for us from like building the team, like having a team with a solid background.
Yeah.
It was a difficulty for us. Like I am proud of the team that we have currently. They are all intelligent people. So that's one highlight for me as a co-founder.
Shout out the team.
Yeah, shout out to the team of Pryzm. As a co-founder of Pryzm, it's just like one of the greatest highlights for me. Through this journey, we made a team. That team can, I'm sure that team can do loads of work, which we are doing at the moment. Backing to your previous question that you said, what is your differentiated point? And for us, I think team is one of them. Plus, what we made as a layer 1 blockchain gives us a capability of deploying any sort of application on top of it. Any sort of like DeFi application on top.
Yeah.
Because the yield trading concept is too big that you can build loads of DeFi application around it. And the highlight for us is just like we kind of get to the point that realize, okay, the core concept that we implemented, the core concept that we have right now has a great potential, that we are deploying loads of products, which right now they are part of Pryzm as a core, but they can be a separate product for themselves. So that those products that we are building around it is also a highlight for us. Yeah.
Those are some good highlights.
Yeah,
I mean, really, it is. Yeah. So what's next for Pryzm?
The next milestones for us is developing these DeFi application that I told you. This is our goal for 2025, to build more application around the concept of yield trading, because the yield trading concept is just is a new concept for people, and the feedback that we get from the community is just like, all right, the whole process of user onboarding is a bit complicated and new for them, and for us it's just like to make these steps easier and one click. Yeah, that's a real challenge for us, and we are going to focus on that as well.
Oh, that's important. I find myself talking to a lot of people about that on these interviews, right? It's like, how can we make these, these types of projects more accessible for people that don't really understand, and make it more, user-friendly for people, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it's lovely what you guys are doing.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Now, where can we find you guys?
So we are all over. I think you can find us on Discord. You can find us in Twitter. You can come to our Telegram group. You can find a lovely community. They're just very active. We hear their feedbacks continuously. We apply those feedbacks to our application. Yeah, you can find us those places.
Go give Pryzm a follow, all right? Yeah. Mo, thanks for coming by.
Of course.
Pleasure meeting you.
Pleasure to meet you.
Hey, what's up?
But it's not something Genzio is afraid of.
If you want to survive, you got to build a hive.
We do not understand.
Ladies and gentlemen.
We're back at the Genzio Media House.
Awesome. Well, thanks so much for joining us today.